Hi there. So the material you sent over today is a piece of research that unpacks Jeju culture through the keyword serendipity. Yes, exactly. And it really does feel like a fresh way of looking at things. It does, doesn't it? We usually translate the word as a kind of lucky accident, but this study explores how serendipity connects to Jeju's nature, its history, its culture. So rather than just listing facts. Right. It's more about finding those unexpected links, and then reflecting on what they mean. This will be that kind of time. Wonderful. So shall we dive deep into this material together? And I hope you, too, will have one of those aha moments of discovery. Let's pull out the essentials and talk them through. First, let's take a closer look at that word itself, serendipity. They say an 18th century English writer coined it from a Persian fairy tale, right? Yes, that's right. The story of the three princes of Serendip. The princes are traveling, and by chance, and also by their wisdom, they make important discoveries. Yes, yes. And the key idea there is contingency. We normally plan things out and reason logically, but there are unexpected discoveries, strokes of fortune, that you simply can't reach by that alone. Contingency. And there's a fun example in the material. It says people like Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg or Google's Sergey Brin actually admitted that luck, that is, serendipity, played a huge role in their success. Oh, that's fascinating. The power of the unintended discovery? And is there maybe something similar in our own culture? Absolutely. The material points to that uniquely Korean sense of hyung, that spirited joy. Yes, hyung. Right. And there's that masterpiece the scholar Chusa Kim Jang-hui is said to have dashed off on a whim while tipsy, the Barcelando, and this can be seen in a similar light. It's unplanned creativity. I see. The Barcelando too? Yes. And this ties into science. Into, here, now. Yes. And from there it links to Eastern ideas like the heaven-earth-human philosophy, and yin-yang, and the five elements, and also to the history of Western science, from Newtonian mechanics, all the way to quantum mechanics, and even to the Russian theory of creativity, TRIZ. Wow, the scale of it is enormous. But when you apply all this specifically to Jeju, what kinds of stories actually come out of it? Well, that's exactly the highlight of this material. The idea is that the island of Jeju itself is a treasure trove of serendipity. A treasure trove? Yes. The round shape of the island, spreading out from Mount Hala at its center, and the more than 360 the volcanic cones, are seen almost as a miniature of the cosmos. And the material has this rather distinctive reading of the path of water and the path of fire, saying that within Jeju's natural environment lies the principle of circulation, chance, and harmony. Hearing that, there's even a reading that the reason Jeju is so popular for honeymoons is that harmonious nature born of yin-yang and the five elements. Yes, there's that interpretation. And also, by a twist of history, Jeju became a symbolic place for the thaw of the Cold War, didn't it? You mean things like the summit talks? Yes. So the way it earned that island of peace image is also seen as a kind of fortune, a case of serendipity. I see. And along those lines, some pretty bold historical readings come up too. You know the story of Sifu in the time of Qin Shi Huang, the one who came searching for the elixir of immortality. Yes, I know it. The three founding ancestors, Go, Ying, and Bu, and the claim is that the princesses Sifu brought for them connect to the legend of On Inji, the marriage pond. So you're linking Sifu with the Samsung Hyul and On Inji like that? Wow, this is really radical. It is. It's quite a daring hypothesis, but it feels like an attempt to see Jeju's origins within the larger picture of all of Northeast Asia. It does make me curious for more evidence. And then there's the Dal Harubang, that symbol of Jeju. Rather than seeing it as simply Mongol influence, the Maitreya faith. The belief that a savior will come in the future to redeem the world. Yes. Maitreya Buddha. Right. The proposal is that we should study it more deeply by connecting it to that worldwide megalith culture, that it isn't Jeju's alone, but is actually touching a global current. Wow, to think Jeju culture could connect to world history like that, it's really refreshing. And you're saying that same creativity shows up in everyday life too? Yes. For instance, the Egiguduk, the basket they used to rock babies to sleep, and the wisdom held within it, or the Jeju custom of the silkworm nap, sleeping in several stretches to raise your chances of survival, you can find it there too. And going further, Jeju is short on water, full of stone, harsh land. And yet they overcame it, and out of that they created Samdasu spring water, and those beautiful Batdum, the field walls, and this itself is seen as a creation in the serendipity sense. The power to turn hardship into opportunity. And at the end, the material apparently offers concrete methods for applying this serendipity to our lives, and to Jeju's development, right? That's right. It proposes about 7 methods of creative thinking, and it emphasizes a few of them. For example, perception training, the idea that we need to practice questioning and looking anew at the Jeju we've always taken for granted, and an attitude of acknowledging and embracing what is different, like the process of trying to restore Jeju's diverse culture and the community after the April 3rd tragedy. It stresses that such things are what invite serendipity. So the point is, rather than seeing Jeju as just a tourist spot, we should newly discover and grow its value as a place holding this deep philosophy and these stories. Exactly right. Rather than chasing after places like Hawaii or Bali, we need this creative, open way of thinking to uncover and develop the unique philosophy and stories that only Jeju has. The material we've looked at today truly lets us see Jeju culture through this single lens of serendipity, in all its rich variety and depth. The links joining chance and necessity, nature and humanity, the local and the global, were really striking. What stays with me especially is the very end, where it names 4 core values for the future of Jeju's serendipity: nature, love, morality, and fortune. Yes, nature, love, morality, and fortune. So then, what does Jeju's serendipity look like to you? Beyond the perspective this material has shown, it might be worth taking a moment to consider what accidental charm, what hidden possibility of Jeju you yourself have discovered.